Good morning, chat. Good morning. Hello, and welcome to today's stream. You are all correct. I can't finish games. I can't finish games. I have no I have no ability to stay focused on a single task for a long period of time. We all know this. We all know this from this channel. We've all been here long enough to understand this fact about me. But in return, I give you strange games and segments. This is a very strange one. I'll get into the pre-stream stuff in a moment. We're doing it together with this game, but this is a game called Rusty's Retirement. Now, on your screen, it looks very weird. I'm a disembodied head floating in like nothingness. On my screen, the game is just sitting at the bottom of my screen. It actually looks very, very nice. This is a random idle game that I found. Well, not random. Twitter just kind of again. Sometimes the Twitter algorithm works in mysterious ways. You find something new to play. This is an idle game that looks a lot like Cookie Clicker meets Stardew Valley, and you know me, I love Cookie Clicker and I love Stardew Valley. You know, I've never played Stardew Valley on this channel. I swear to God, we'll do it soon. I swear, there's a new update. But the key is that this game plays at the bottom of your screen. So what you see here is not really indicative. I can see the rest of my desktop behind the game itself. So right on top, I can see everything. No clue how this is how this changes, if I can change it. But I'm always down for something nice and relaxing and, you know, just chill to try things out. We used to do a lot of Melver Idol to start this stream's sessions with, and we haven't done it in a while. And I think this is a very good addition to the whole, how do you say this, intro sequence to the stream, which I think is going to be good. But let's try and make a new farm here. So let's see. I can make a couple of farms actually. There's an open range where you can clear wasteland to reveal open grass plains. There's a flowery swamp where you can build in between flowing ponds and rivers. There's a sandy desert where crops dry out if left unattended. There's a blossom forest building in between blossoming cherry trees. And there's a desert oasis, a dry landscape with pools of water. The crazy part is I have no choice. Those are locked. I didn't realize. So let's just try this out. Now again, I have no clue about this game, and we're doing this as a bit of a weird mix where we do it as part of the pre-stream as well. But like most idle games, all other games sort of like fall under the same bracket of gameplay. You sit, you wait, you watch, you just are, you just be, you just do. Again, it's on your screen, it doesn't look quite as impressive, but on my screen, it is fully transparent. I wonder if eventually they could add like a transparency channel to the top so that you could just overlay this on like anything, and it could be like a full overlay type of thing. But it does work to sell the illusion of like actually playing around with it as you play it. I wonder what we can do here actually. I know it's an idle game, but what do you do? $6,000. I'm assuming that's like dollar dues. Oh, we could buy. Oh, I see. We buy some plants. Oh, you buy plants and you plant them. I see. And they take time to grow. So you can get like wheat, take some minutes. You can get some radish, take some cabbage, take some bulldozer. You can buy a bulldozer. I guess it's pretty cheap, eh? There's different requirements at the bottom too. I can see there's like water, number of times you can repeat it. I'm assuming money value that you get, and green. I don't know what the green means. Convert green to dollars. Wow. We'll do cabbages. Now, I really enjoy idle games because they're so simple to play. You get to turn your brain off and you get to just like relax and like just sit there and just play them and just, you know, take in the moments. And I really enjoy the way that this game presents itself. Again, you can't see it, but from my perspective, I can see the rest of my desktop. So it's unfortunate for you, but I can open up a browser and just watch things, and the game will continue running. It's great. It's great for me. I can just pop it open at any moment. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make it show up very easily. I mean, I could do this, but then see the illusion starts to break here, chat. The illusion's starting to break here. And then you lose the top of your roof too, which is kind of unfortunate. It's one of those weird, strange halfway shapes that don't really work well for splitting very, very nicely. And it's interesting because many different applications sort of work around this by providing a built-in transparency channel. Oh, you can hold right click to move to walk around your farm. Wow, that's a lot of farm. I really like how the game really is built for one single dimension almost. But not almost. It is. It's built for like one single horizontal pace. But say VTube Studio, right? When they allow you to show the scene, they allow you to set, okay, look at you like a transparency channel, like an alpha channel, on the portions that aren't around your like model. Or they allow you to get to green screen it. If you really need to green screen it, then you can as well. Other games have this weird thing where it's like you're gonna spend more time, I think, playing them than actually like not playing them, which feels kind of counterintuitive. But let's see what else is there. So you can add more crop patches to make even more money. Wait, look. He's sending it over. Where'd it go? I made dollies. I made spare parts. Biofuel. It's a biofuel kind of thing. There's a water bot. I mean, the storage. Yeah. Here we go. A water bot. Waters crops and collects water from nearby wells. That's very handy, actually. There's different sizes of crop patches. We can go from a 4x4 to a 1x1. There's a harvest bot that helps me harvest things faster. There's a biofuel bot, which brings crops to biofuel converters. Interesting. And biofuel converters converts 3 different types of crops into biofuel. It's a bit like Vespene gas, right? I like how every game has that same concept. It's like every single RTS has Vespene gas and not enough minerals. It's a very universal resource concept, which is funny. We build new wells, a bench, a place where Rusty can rest. This is probably the most important thing. Our poor boy Rusty down here, he's retired. All right, he's. It doesn't really seem like he's retired because he's still working his like ass off. So let's just give him a place to like rest. Imagine having to build your own rest station. Wow, I may be the worst employer ever. And look, we can even build houses. Haiku's house. Haiku will help water, harvest, and build. Sonnet will sell decorations for your no way. And Yunu will help you gather farm statistics. It's an accountant. You're a marketer. Forbic will collect biofuel from bulb hives. Echo will help upgrade robots, making more efficient. Slate will dig for fossils scattered around the farm. And Splunk... good thing it's not Spunk or something. You know what I mean? It's Sprunk or Spunk. Man, I sure do love Spunk. We'll plant seeds on empty crop patches. What's over here? Requires Echo's workshop. I'm assuming this is more of a research bay than anything. How about this one? And this is the decoration shop over here, where you can buy cool looking things. Hey, look, graphics. How? What? Taskbar. Oh, because because my taskbar is like down there. Well, I don't want to see my like taskbar actually. I don't actually care to see it. Sidebar? Oh. Zoom. Focus mode. Doubles production times. What? Doubles production times. What does that mean? Twitch. Mr. Morris Games. Off? Okay, wait. I don't do this. Don't do this yet. We'll do it soon. We'll do it soon. Low pixel font, VSync, green screen. Oh! This game might be the best game ever. There is a green screen. Okay, wait. So now, if I do this, I do a chroma key. There we go. Wow. I think I got the wrong color. I think I got the wrong color for the green screen. Wait. I need a color picker. Wait. We need to know what color this is before we can green screen it. Because doing just a normal green screen, it's funny. I've run into this problem many times. Every single thing that implements a green screen implements a different color of a green screen. There is no universal standard for a green screen. And so when you're trying to do a green screen, like there is no green screen color. Everything's a different green screen. It's impossible to know what is a green screen. It's a very strange problem to have. It's a very niche problem to have, let's say. A very niche problem. One would expect that we would standardize on the green screen color, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, we do this, and we do... Or maybe there is a standard. There was a standard. It was just set to be too strong at cutting things out. It was defaulted to 125. Well, now you see the real me. I look a bit like a genie in a bottle or something, where I'm just like floating around and like stuff. I'm just there in this space. Great, absolutely amazing. But I really do want to get these things. Look, Splunk sells me signs, and there's mechanical like decorations and stuff. And look, what's this? Look, berry bushes, bee buildings, cattle, swine, maybe some animals to eat. Rusty, move. What? Oh, his set of priorities. So I can either tell him, I can tell him to move. Is there like an option to like for him to like rest? I feel kind of bad making this like old man farm the entire time. I feel really bad actually. I imagine the one should be focused on living instead of having to farm the rest of his days. What a sad state of affairs. One would hope that he'd be able to rest his weary bones for once, but I guess not. Here, let's build like maybe a harvest bot. I do need a storage unit though. These bots only really work if I have a storage unit, especially for the food and stuff. And you need 15 biofuel, so we have to wait until Rusty over here turns the wheel. It's a wheel. The wheel of fortune. What's that? Oh, look. We're slowly turning. It's getting more and more powerful. Nice. See, this is the problem with idle games, right? They promise you this idea that you'll be able to focus on whatever it is that you were doing before. The reality is that you won't be able to focus at all on what you were doing before. There's basically no way to. The truth is, you'll be busy, I think, playing the game more than doing anything else. Which is a very funny state of affairs, considering what the point of an idle game is. But hey, that's just the way that the cookie crumbles, right? In fact, I did this whole thing as part of just to do the pre-stream, which we usually do, just talking, hanging out and stuff. But I figured, sometimes it's nice to have something to watch, some numbers that like go up. It's a bit like having like whatchamacallit? What's that term again? Like sludge content. It's like sludge content, right? Maybe sometimes you want sludge content, maybe you don't. But I think sludge content is a great way to keep people enthralled in what you're doing. So that's something for them to like look at and enjoy as they slowly drift off from you talking about nothing. Now let me do the Twitch integration because I'm curious about what this is. Also, why it requires OAuth. You can't see it? Good. Okay, good. Because if you see this, we're doomed. If you see this, then we're doomed. Because you are going to see a lot of bad things. How about we do channel? If we do that, we get the OAuth code. I don't know. Connect? What? Username? What? What does that mean? Who is Mr. Morris Games, by the way? Like, who's that? Okay, let me just go get my OAuth key. I'm gonna trust that this game isn't gonna steal my information. It's a fairly popular game. It's surprisingly very popular. It's gotten overwhelmingly positive on Steam within two days of release. I've heard from many game developers that that's very hard because it's like wishlist barely even accounts for what you believe is gonna, end up being something good. Let's see, Twitch OAuth. What? Oh, wait. How do you connect with this? I forgot. OAuth it has to open like a dialogue for you to do all of this. Wait. Rusty's environment. I wonder if that's even like a finished feature. Almost. I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna believe that this is totally fine. I'm gonna believe that this is how it works. And maybe there's a different way to do it, actually. Wait. Maybe if I just search. What if I just search this? Oh, there's a question mark. Oh, there's a guide to how to play this game. You can't see it yet, sorry. But this is interesting. Huh. Okay, you know what? Let's see. Okay, just give me a moment here. There should now be a bot inside chat. You can now type a bunch of commands, which is weird. You can type like join, or leave, or plant. You can actually work for me. Imagine wanting to work for me. It's crazy. I always love when like games try to play around with like Twitch integration stuff. Because it's always fun to sort of see like what people come up with creatively. Oh, the game just... Oh. The game just froze. Because it's nice to sort of see like what goes on and stuff. Show available slots. How do you zero? How do you get this to continue moving? It's paused. There we go. I press space. Gotcha. There we go. You know what? 30 minutes. I don't care how long people wait. 200 slots? Wait, just go max. Yeah, sick. Okay. I have $1,200. Okay, Rusty has been working his butt off. Wait. Here, Rusty. We really need to hire him, someone to like work with him. This old man is like working for his like dear life. He's probably gonna throw his like back out at some point. But you see how successful our pre-stream has like gone. This was meant to be a small segment where we just do something, and we focus on the pre-stream, talking about what's like going to happen today. Instead, I failed. Again, every idle game has this. They always promise you this allure, this like impossible scenario that you're gonna be able to put them down, and you're gonna be able to focus on something else while you enjoy your time, right? That never happens, chat. It never happens. The reason being that it's impossible to just put things down. You're most likely going to be spending most of your time just playing the thing and just looking at the pretty animations and stuff. And honestly, the animation looks really good. I really enjoy the like so nice quiet vibe. I know many people who do a whatchamacallit. They have everything playing in the background, like a bunch of songs and like stuff. And then they also have like, other things that they're doing at the same like time. Basically they put on noise around their station as they, deal with stuff. And this game comes with built-in noise, and it comes with a built-in, almost like a visual distractor, so that you can feel a bit more, I guess, like, satiated compared to whatever it is that you're probably doing. And whatever it is that you're probably doing is probably a lot more boring than whatever this is. I can't tell you how often it's been, at least for me, where I just try to do something, and I'm just there, I'm just looking at it. And I realize that I've done nothing at all. Because the thing that I had to like do, it's so boring and mind-numbing that you don't want to do it almost. You feel me? You feel me, brother. You feel me. Welcome. Welcome. It's honestly just a fact of life. Sometimes you just need some extra noise to get through it. Some task. And honestly, this thing does fit well in making that happen. But again, the promise is that you can put this on and you can ignore it while you do other things. And we're thoroughly distracted. So, we're gonna zoom it out. Pressing N. Okay, that's very, very small. Maybe like, okay, what's a good size? What's a good size for like Rusty here? Wow, you can go maximum Rusty actually. Maximal Rusty. Maybe like this. Welcome to today's stream. As I said before, we'll be doing the pre-stream as part of this game because there's it's fun to do, and also because I really enjoy this image of me having the ears of Jocko Willix and saying "wake up," type "good morning" in the group chat. It's a funny little set of things. Today's stream is going to be full of litigious content. This is a copyright landmine. This is a DMCA dungeon, basically, today. Not Rusty's retirement, but the things that we're going to be doing later today. We'll be doing a lot of things. And it's not that much to update you guys on, other than like tomorrow there will be no stream, as well as Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe Thursday, and then afterwards we're back on the normal stream schedule. Just a bunch of work stuff. But Friday onwards, it's guaranteed to be a normal stream schedule. It's just Wednesday, Thursday. It's Wednesday for sure, but Thursday is the iffy date. As well, we will be finishing games for the rest of next month as well. Because next month, there's a couple of games that I've been really looking forward to. Especially the Luminous Ocean one, which we will be starting. So maybe we won't be finishing games. We will be starting some games. But at least we'll have some resolution on some things that people have been looking forward to. Stream times will probably be changing as well. Because there's a very good chance. There's a very good chance that because of the work stuff, I'll be waking up early for the next like week. And so there's a very strong chance that we'll be on a much earlier schedule. This is probably good for most of the Europeans. Really bad for most of the North Americans. Extremely bad for the few Asians. It's fascinating to see the spread of people on this stream. Everyone's going to spread all over the entire world, so it's good. But that's the general plan for today. on the docket for today is a Pokemon roguelike, which is a very fascinating concept. This is why it's a DMCA like dungeon. Okay, there's a very good chance that the VOD for this like won't even exist. Right? I'm going to have to take down the VOD basically immediately because if you don't know Nintendo, then you will know. Right? Nintendo does what they do want to do. Nintendo does what they want to do. All right, and they will take you down if they feel like you're infringing. I almost said you're infringing. You're infringing. Maybe infringing is a new word. If they feel like you're infringing on their property. And a unlicensed Pokemon roguelike is probably a DMCA landmine, but people have had YouTube videos that have stayed up for more than 1 or 2 days, so it should be fine. But the reason why we're doing it today is because I guarantee you that game is going to be taken down in like 1 or 2 a days. It's like gone soon because it also has like a login system. They have a backend server. There's something weird about it. It's wild. I have no clue how they get away with it for so long, and it always fascinates me whenever people have like such a love for Nintendo games that they make these like these unlicensed fan games, right? I don't know if you've ever played this a long time ago, Chad, but a long time ago there was something called Pokemon Crater. That was really good. I thought Pokemon Crater was a fantastic, weird online Pokemon game. Basically, it was just Pokemon online, but it was completely unlicensed. It was just there. And then I think eventually they were bought out, or maybe they were taken over by someone else, or like Pokemon copied the concept. Because it's, it is. There's no way it would have survived for as long as it did, and yet for most of my childhood, it was there for like years, and then it just died. And I remember people taking it very seriously. It was weird too. It was one of those early like churn-based, online like web-based MMOs where everybody takes their turn in like churns, and you click on a tile and you like do it, and then you like see whoever else like moved at the same time. It's like that. There's a zombie game like that too. Actually, browser zombie game MMO. It's like Urban Dead. It's a lot like Urban Dead. Games like Urban Dead. I played a bunch of these actually. It's a lot like Urban Dead. It's a lot like Dravian. Man, it's a lot like Tribal Wars. Man, these really old games. Nexus Clash. My God, it's a lot like Kingdom of Loathing. If the Kingdom of Loathing had like a full like map. Strange. But this one's taking it in a different direction, at least. It seems to be implementing some kind of roguelike. I'm not sure what. But we'll be seeing it today before it disappears. As well, last night, I was watching task videos. So tool-assisted speedruns. That's what task stands for. And I can actually show you some of them that I was watching. Specifically, I was watching one on Castlevania, because apparently there's been a lot of different findings in Castlevania. One, Symphony of the Night. They recently found out a way to debug the game and like break the bridge early. So speedruns have been getting faster and like faster in the game. It's crazy. And so it's like tool-assisted speedruns have been like starting to use it. But in general, I like watching them anyways, just because it's weird, and there's always like a new one every couple of years that like makes you go like, huh. And a bunch of these tool-assisted speedruns, they do things that feel very, very whimsical. The people who make these like tasks, they do things that inject a certain flair into them that makes them like funny to like watch almost. Like so for context, what's a tool-assisted speedrun? Well, if you go to taskvideos.org, run by a YouTuber named Biscuit. Actually, he's a very, very skilled developer. Very, very, very skilled developer. A tool-assisted speedrun is a speedrun where the game basically runs frame by frame, and the input is like set on each and every single frame, and the game plays automatically based on a script almost. The idea behind it is that you play like this in order to get and generate the best time possible. Obviously, I mean, it's a speedrun, right? But you don't have any human input beyond doing the inputs programmatically and doing it frame by frame. It's a way of effectively building a speedrun around the theoretical concept of like what happens if humanity was like cracked, right? What happens if you had like the most cracked speedrunner of all time who could play the game in like 100 times speed or like something. It's a very fascinating approach to speedruns that I find more enjoyable than regular speedruns. Because sure, regular speedruns are like, okay, like what is the limit of like humanity? And that's a matter of like how much free time do you have and how invested are you into doing one thing over and over and over for the rest of your life, right? But tasks are very different in that sense. Tasks are more about finding and utilizing all the tips and tricks of the trade in order to get the best times, and in order to break the game as much as possible, at least according to your category, to get the best time. It's not necessarily about the human limit, it's more about the human creativity, which is I find very interesting, right? It's not to say that regular speedrunning doesn't have creativity. Finding certain glitches and finding certain moves does have that element of like, you have to be able to sort of expand your mind, go out of your horizon, and figure things out. But I find that task speeds, tools as speed runs. The reason why they're more creative is because you've already reached the pinnacle of like what you could do from a mechanical perspective. And so from this point on, all you can innovate on is your tactical and your strategical elements of your speedrun. And the Castlevania speedruns, they usually have the most flair to them. There's always something weird about them, and it's mainly in like how the characters, or how the people who make the like tasks move the characters around. In particular, the Order of Ecclesia one from 2 years ago, which I'll pin inside the chat. This one. Get rid of that in like 3 minutes. Go. And I'll show you it too. It's a very interesting look into what this could be like. Now, no volume on this one because I think the nice peaceful music is too good to ruin. Rusty's Retirement is a really nice, really chill thing to just throw on there. Again, it's not really much of a game. Maybe. No. Let's check on my farm actually. What you got for me, Rusty? Rusty, I'm gonna need a bit more funds here, Rusty. If you don't make me money, you're going back to the retirement home, Rusty. See, Rusty got a little rusty. He feels like, he's safe and he can just be here and stuff. And that, people love him in this, fake village and like stuff. No. He's here to work. And if he doesn't work, what's the point of him? If he doesn't work, there's no point in having Rusty. Rusty must work. Convert biofuel into spare parts. I don't want to. Or do it, just get rid of that message. Okay, here. Now we have 2 bots. See, now Rusty is going to automate his job and automate his way out of his own job. How sad. I need to go to the washroom, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, task videos. I paused it. Rusty wasn't working. Imagine not working when your body is still fit, right? I believe that all people should work until they're 90, right? If a 60-year-old, 65-year-old believes they should retire, nobody. It's too late for you. Get back at the farm, Rusty. Get back at the farm. It's time to work, Rusty. What? You want to retire and get pension and social security? It's not happening, buddy. Get back to work. I like old people. But yeah, task videos are very interesting, right? I think task videos can provide a lot of flair. And this task playthrough of a game called Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, which we're going to be playing later today as well. Well, yes, we'll be playing another Castlevania game today, which I said I would do it during the next Eclipse, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the Dawn of Sorrow. So we played Aria of Sorrow during the recent Eclipse, which was great because, the game starts off with you going into a solar eclipse. I think we're going to do Dawn of Sorrow in 40 years during the next Eclipse, right? So remind me in exactly 42 years to like stream Dawn of Sorrow, okay? If everything's still good and we're all still here, just let me know and I'll get it done, Chad. I'll get it done. But this is why I really enjoy task videos. This task, I think, is a very good demonstration of like what happens when you have fun with the concept of like what is, a task. Like imagine you have all the tools at your disposal to do all kinds of crazy, wild moves, right? This is what I mean by like, I think it's a much more creative format, if only because it feels a lot more fun to like watch. Here. And again, this is all from taskvideos.org. They have a channel actually, Task Videos channel, where they upload the recordings of these tasks. I don't know how they do it. I'm pretty sure Biscuit has like a video somewhere, either on this channel or his own channel, where he mentions it. But it's a very interesting process. But like, just it's fascinating to see like what happens when you combine this idea of like technological perfection with the human mind to play a game. Just to play a game. And there's a lot of things that this character does that isn't necessary, right? Like swinging their weapon during like random kicks and like stuff, making random noises. I can show you the like noises briefly, but I just don't want to ruin the Rusty's ambiance. Basically all you hear is the clicking. It's the clicking of her touching the ground with her index finger as she slides across the like floor. You don't have to do this. There's actually no need for you to like do that sliding motion ever. The only thing that you need to do is you need to do like a backdash. But I don't think she's doing a backdash. I can't tell. But if she is, maybe it's just way too fast for human eyes to even like recognize. But it's why I like watching these. See, and it's like random moves too. Like why even bother going up like that, right? It's like there's so much like room for you to just do random things that add to the fun viewing experience. There's another task I remember watching a long time ago of Aria of Sorrow that was very, very focused on the best time possible, but like maximizing fun. I thought that one was like very, very good. And they're just fun to like watch. It's fun to just hop on or to drop on when there's nothing else to like do, and you just like zone out as you watch this like machine play this game better than you'll ever be able to like play it. And we're gonna be playing Order of Ecclesia later, because based on what I said before, I think it's one of the better, if not one of the best, Castlevania games, at least in the 2D style that they've made, because it was a very huge departure from the original sort of like famous formula that was started by Symphony of the Night, right? It was also a huge departure from the whole original formula of the original Castlevania that like continued all the way through to like Rano of like Blood. It's a very interesting style of gameplay that I think only really works in Order of Ecclesia, and only because they were willing to take a risk to like try to make it different, try to make it fresh, you know, try to inject something new into it. I was also checking out some old ads. So for instance, there's a song which I don't really know how to explain this, but I'm gonna lower the Rusties here for like a moment here, and you're gonna hear something. Okay, I volume tuned it, but it's still gonna be very loud, so just bear with me. You may recognize, or you may remember this meme. You may remember this meme. You can't see it yet. Sorry. Eh? What do you mean Meteor offline? What do you mean Meteor offline? What do you mean Meteor offline? What? No, it's right there. What? Wait. What the? What do you mean Meteor offline? It is Meteor offline. I think when I rendered it, it didn't render properly because I tried to render it here. I'll find it on the YouTube in the set. So the Meteor offline is what you see when you have to go through Resolve and you render something and you lose the file. Or like the file can't be found, so I can't do anything. Oops. Bit of an oopsie. But this meme. Let's go! It still always gets me. It's still so funny to see him like playing that thing. Let's go! The little like synthesized piano thing, and just going like crazy with like a bass boosted thing. That led me to finding an iPod commercial, and I forgot how cool these commercials were. It's again, I think we know Apple as that stylish, very, very cool, very, very hip. Like their marketing team is on a whole different level. I think. But when these ads started, I remember thinking, "Wow, these are some crazy good like ads." And the only reason why I remember these ads is because of that song, "Jerk It Out" by Caesar's Palace, which was a major. Sorry, ow. I blew up all of yours, sorry. Which was a major mainstay of this commercial. And I want to emphasize here, the dance moves in the first couple iPod commercials weren't at all related to what was happening in the actual design. I think they were just trying the concept initially, and so they recorded the people dancing, and then they did all the graphics afterwards, which is why it feels so disjointed. And then when they realized the success of the commercial, I think that's when they realized, okay, let's actually build like a cohesive theme around it by having them react to the arrows and stuff. That's such a good ad. And it tells you, again, it's advertising is about selling you a fantasy. They sell you the fantasy that you can jerk it out in public with your iPod on, and it'll look just as cool, right? But I'm going to show you what happens when you dance in public with your headphones on, all right? But also, when people can't hear you dancing. When people can't hear your music, this is what it actually looks like, chat. The reality is that it doesn't seem as cool anymore. It's not as cool anymore when you can't hear the music. So everyone's just like dancing and there's no music at all because everyone's got their iPods on. And so you're like, what the hell is going on here? It's not as cool anymore, right? But the ads, again, ads are just there to sell a fantasy. And they do a good job of selling some kind of fantasy for you. It's a very fascinating look back at history. And I always find those ads interesting because I really want to talk to the person who made those ads. Look, a robot. That's not a robot. That's Rusty. Sorry, that's the robot. That guy. That's okay. So that's the harvester. No, that's the harvester. That's the waterer. Okay, good. We can eventually afford an employee for Rusty. Maybe soon he'll be able to retire, right? Maybe soon, he may be able to rest his weary bones. That's what he thinks, at least. What I'm here for is to make sure that he can keep on working. Until I buy Haiku, he can't sleep. Harvest. Rusty, stop making biofuel. Come on. But I've always wanted to like talk to those people who make those ads, because I don't know if you feel like this either too. But there's ads that make me go, whoa, and then there's ads that make me go, ah. There's ads that make me go, I don't ever want to buy this thing because it's so annoying. And then there's ads that make me go, huh, that does look kind of fun actually, right? You can see certain brands try to attempt this with their advertising. Like, say, alcohol advertisements. Alcohol advertisements, they try really, really hard to make it seem like a fun thing. Have you ever noticed that they always show you that life is fun when you drink some alcohol, and they show people being suave at parties and stuff? That never happens, okay? People get sloshed, and they go, hey guys, welcome to my stream. You know what I mean? It's just not as good. Ruins your liver, it doesn't feel good, it tastes like shit, mostly. It's a fascinating sort of juxtaposition, disjunction between the two. And yet that's how advertising works. They sell you on some fantasy, and they try to make it so that you can imagine yourself, place yourself in the shoes of these people. Some of them don't do very, very well. I'm getting a lot of ads for this trading platform, investment platform called Questrade in Canada. Dear God, it's so annoying. They play the same song over and over and over. Oh, sorry, no, not to Questrade. Simply Financial. They play the same song over and over, and the ad takes 30 seconds, and it's always the same boring concept of someone sits there waiting, and then it's go time. And I think the only reason that they do that ad is because they paid good money for the song, and so they need to use song. Because I've definitely been in business discussions where that was the case. Where it was listen, we spent money on this. We need to use it. We're going to use it. Think of a way to use it. And it's dude, sunk cost fallacy. It's shit. Drop it. But Questrade ads are also kind of annoying. Where they always present this scenario of avoid high fees. It's it's so genius. Yeah, avoid high fees. Wow. Mind blowing. It's a strange world out there with all this stuff. Rusty, can you stop? Rusty, forget the biofuel. We need money. Do you wish to labor until your 70s? No. Make money now. God. Go harvest. We need to harvest, Rusty. We need to harvest. Harvest moon. Okay, maybe we convert into dollies. I do need to hire an employee because Rusty, if we don't hire someone, Rusty will never be able to retire, chat. We're gonna buy Haiku. Haiku. Haiku will help water, harvest, and build. Houses cannot be demolished, so I need to choose a good spot for him. I want him to work. I want him to live beside his I want him to live beside the trash cans. Oh, genius. Oh, you can move them freely. Okay, no, it's fine. It's safe. I thought it was like a permanent choice. I was willing to just leave them there. Good luck, Haiku. Enjoy the trash yards. You know, these games, they always present this like fantasy of farming. It's like being a very nice, chill thing. Every farmer that I've ever talked to is like, yeah, my back hurts, my body hurts, everything hurts. I get tired, I sleep early, I wake up early. Nothing really works, and the money isn't very good. But hey, at least I get to rent out my tractor. And so farming honestly doesn't seem that like fun when you get down into it. But you know what? That's a whole other discussion about the right to repair, and I'm gonna leave that up to the legal eagle to figure out. I am not legally adept enough to figure out that whole situation. There's clickable elements. Oh, you get money by clicking. Holy shit, chat! It's a clicker game. I didn't realize it was a clicker game. This whole time I've been making an old man work when I could have been. I should have sold this farm plot, so he can sit on the bench forever and just like watch. That's my goal, chat. Is to remove all the farms, have Rusty sit as I set up like a clicking script to farm money. How do you make Battlefield though? I guess you can't, huh? Maybe we'll never be able to have biofuel. But yeah, today is not just gonna be this. I thought this was just a great game to pop on for the pre-stream. And honestly, it is good. I do like the scenery. You know, I like how things are set up with me and my giant ears and the Jocko Willings behind me saying, was it? Good morning in the group pants in the group chat and then shitting my like pants. It's good, solid. We are going to be playing some real games. And the first one that we're going to be starting with is Pookie Rogue. But this is all there is to Rusty's retirement. You know what? We'll await, right? Let's watch an old man work for his dear life, trying to break down or build someone's house. And then if you want to join my farm, you can type !join. Which is strange. Look at this. Join the farm by typing join. I don't know if that actually works. There's a 50-50 that the bot won't work, but let's just try it out. Oh, should I join my own farm? Oh no, guys, I'm working. Oh no, I didn't mean to. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to work anymore, chat. The reason why I stream is because I'm trying to avoid work, chat. I should be allowed not to work 100 minutes. 500 minutes. 999 minutes. I don't know what inactivity timer is. Wait, I'm the streamer. I'm always inactive in my own chat, no? Well, looks like now we're an employee of Rusty's retirement farm. It's funny how many people like go into retirement and then want to do more. Like when I think of retirement, I think, oh, I'm never going to work again. I will never do anything ever again. I'm going to go right to sleep and I will never, ever wake up. Well, I will wake up, but I won't wake up from my sort of like joyful, restful slumber, right? I'll be enjoying my like rest, doing whatever I like want. That isn't working. Like I love programming. It's fun. It's fun to make things, right? But I don't want to program for money. That's stupid. Like it's a waste of time. Like there's so much headache. You have to talk to people, deal with stress. Money isn't really guaranteed either, right? It's all based on the whims of some person or whims of a market that you can't control. When I retire, chat, I won't even open a farm, right? Forget the food. I'm gonna sit in my room, play games 24/7. That's my goal. That's mine and my wife's goal. We're gonna be like Food for Dogs. If you've never seen Food for Dogs, I'm going to show you. The best channel ever. My wife and I love watching her. I swear to God, if you're mean to her after you watch this, I'm going to find you. Do not be mean to her, okay? Do not spam her. She's a great YouTuber who makes very, very interesting videos about various games that she plays. And I really enjoy putting her videos on to like just relax and just see things. It's also interesting to see like the different types of games that she tries, because she plays a bunch of JRPGs that I would never want to try myself. But then some of them she like plays, it looks so fun that I'm like, maybe I do want to play them myself. She also, when you're retired, you have a lot of free money, right? A lot of money in order to afford things like the Atlas backpack. So again, this is Food for Dogs on YouTube. Her name is literally Food, the number 4, and Dogs. All right, Food, the number 4, and Dogs. Just a solid time. And she talks about everything. She talks about the game, how it works and stuff, what like happens in it,
time issue.
Why she buys these things.
I had forgotten how long it takes in the beginning to really get going.
She even talks about how like games are slow. Like it's just fascinating to see. And yeah, this is for the Persona 3 Reload one. And again, she gets like really cool. Like I don't even know how she finds these. I don't even know about these things. But there's an official backpack. Look, an official Atlas backpack.
It is big. It just says Atlas on it, so it's not specifically Persona or Persona 3 theme.
Pretty sick. And oh, there's a goodie bag. Look.
Since 1982.
Is it a Mercedes thing? Why does it look so weird? There's a notebook. Nice, good. You get a Makoto, was it desk toy thing? Keychains.
There is.
And she even talks about like, you know, different issues about the game. It's a very fascinating set of videos, and I really enjoy watching them. Again, there's a surprising amount of information in her videos about JRPGs that I would have never known about. She's my go-to source to find new JRPGs that I might want to try in the future. Because I don't know anybody else who actually would want to play JRPGs that much. Where is Haiku? There's Haiku. Chat, we have Haiku now. Look. That's Haiku. We have me, we have Haiku, we have the bots. I guess everyone's modeled after Haiku, huh? Yeah, how do we get Rusty to retire? You can't. You can't get Rusty to retire. Are you kidding me? This guy lives to work. Imagine being a corporate cuck at this day and age. Insane. Again, I would be sitting in my room playing games constantly. You wouldn't even see me near any. You wouldn't even see me go close to an office building. The only time I would go close is if I'm holding like a cross or something, trying to keep the like, you know, corporate demons away. There's no way that you'll ever see me close there. Now Haiku does, I think, unlock one of these options, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe we need the other houses first, like Sonnet. We'll get Sonnet later, but for now we need to move on. Okay, Rusty's Retirement is a very good, chill, just a weird idle game to like hop on. There's a surprising amount of like depth to your growth, and I really enjoy the format of it going like at the bottom of your screen or the side of your monitor. I can see this being very, very enticing for when you have space on like a second monitor and you don't know what to do with it, and so you just kind of drop this like on just to like, you know, have. I will say I kind of wish I could switch the window that it's on. It being on my main window is kind of annoying. And I wish I could set it to like my side window where like Twitch chat is, right? I don't need to see the right half of your messages, and I can just drop it there and have like Rusty slowly farm up and stuff. But hey, minor issues. This game came out 2 days ago and started doing very, very well. So kudos to the developer for hitting a very good niche. Because I think a lot of people want to play Stardew Valley, but no one wants to commit like hundreds or even thousands of like hours to a full playthrough. There's a lot of things that you need to do in that game, right? And there's a difference between working in like a game versus working IRL, right? It's a lot more fun to work in a game. It's why games like Power Wash Simulator exist. It's why Stardew Valley exists, right? But still, it is a lot of tedium that you need to go through. In this game, you can skip ahead, or skip through by having other people work for you, like me. I'm working for myself. This feels like a life hack. If you buy this game, make a Twitch channel. Just don't even go like live. Just do this, type in your own chat, and then you just get to have like an extra worker. It feels like this feels like a speedrun tactic. Right, back to working. But that's it for Rusty's Retirement. And honestly, Very solid small purchase. It's very, very interesting.